Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm here today working away still on this cover. I was going to do a bit more before I turned the camera on, but there's not much point in me doing that and not showing you what's happening, is there, you know? So I'm going to sew down here because there's no gaps down there between these two pieces here. Now I don't think I've done any since I was talking to you, since I did the last video. Just gonna, I've pinned on some pieces that I found that I think I like on this. Okay. Now, I was coming down here with the green and then I realised that this part under here has to be put down, so I'm going to sew back up there. So I'll come up there with these stitches. Might have to turn the heater off in here. I think I'm getting a bit warm. A bit warm, and the cat's crying at the door, as he always is, because he wants to hang out with me and I can't do that. Okay. Come on. Oh dear. That's better. Not as weak as a kitten. Not that weak anyway. Okay, so I'm here and I'm in Australia. And it is cold. It's really cold. Well, actually, I'm cold. And I feel the weather, the weather's not good at all. I can't seem to get myself warm. So, anyway, I'm going to go under here, right? And we're going to stitch this bit here down. I'm over the needle. I'm sorry if I'm really close to the camera, and I'm sorry about that if I'm breathing heavy or puffing at you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make strange noises. Let me see. I'm going to pull that out of the way, have I? Now this is going to go on there, so I'm going to cut this bit undone because it's just a little bit, just pull that, look, see, I want to just straighten that out a bit. Push it up there. There we go. Now, if I put that there, which way will we go? There's up that way, I suppose. Wait a minute, no, it's covering up too much. This is really nice, isn't it? These stitches here. I can't get it all in the front. Oh, that looks like a good garden, doesn't it? It's a good garden of things. This is going on the cover of a journal I'm making that's to do with nature, so that's all right. This is nature, isn't it? That's what I'm making it for. I took about 3 hours yesterday to do one page. So we're going to just have to keep on working on it, don't I? Just till I get there. I'll get there one day with it. It'll be fine. Right. Now I might leave this fraying. I don't know when I say that. I'm not sure whether I want it. It looks all right. If you've got that pushed against there, like if you've got it all in place, it won't come undone, but you have a bit of fray on the edge, and that's acceptable, isn't it? I mean, we're doing our slow stitching. Now this is calming and this is not actually slow stitching, but we're going to use that anyway on there. It's a piece that's been done on the machine. I found a real lot of doilies with them bits on them, so, but anyhow, now let me see. We've got to, I've got so many things I'm working on, but be a surprise for you each time you come on here to see what I'm doing next day and which thing I'm up to next. I've just got so much stuff, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'd like to show you a bit of work, something different from time to time, so I'll pull that one out again too. Righto. Now, I'm just concerned about this bit here, but it'll be fine. I'll put it like that, because then I've got places that I'm going to fill in with bits of things. You'll see. We'll see what we do. Okay. I'm going to put a bit of work on it, but not too much, because then it takes me too long. I'm not having to rush away. I'm going to make that journal. We're not going to be done for a while. It'll be anyway. Now that's not. I need to follow this edge here, and I've just gone up too far, but I'll just put my stitch there and come across here. So hopefully when I cut that off level, it'll be still fine. It should not come undone, that part, but if I think anything will, I'll just dab a bit of glue on, you know, to make sure that it's all right. Oh, come on. Do that again to me. If I stitch that down, is that going to buckle up? It is. I have been doing... I got up this morning at 6:30. I know. Because I couldn't stay in there any longer. I started coughing and I had to get up. I said to Jim, I can't do this anymore. I've got to get out of bed. I've got to get up and get going. Anyway, I was really tired, so I thought I might... These stitches are nasty. I'll pull them out. I said to him, I better get up. So we got up and stuff like that, you know, and I had me breakfast. And what have I done with the pins in this place? I've got a pin cushion here, but I haven't got a pin. 2 pins sitting in it. Goodness me. Someone there. And anyway, he you know, we got up. So he's been doing lots of stuff. I got out there and started doing stuff in the lounge room, tidying it up and putting away a few things that I had out there. And my leg started to hurt. I don't know what I did to it, but it was not. I was not happy, and it was not happy. And anyway, so I sat down there for a minute, and then I got really cold. Ah dear! So I thought I'd better get my backside up and get in here and do a bit. Anyway, one can sit around feeling sorry for oneself, but, you know, what good does that do? Because then I feel bad because I haven't done something. I've always been like that, though. I've always figured, well, since I was young, I can remember that if I didn't do something in the day, I felt like I was wasting time. I don't know where I got that idea from. Probably my grandma. She always had plenty to do and had plenty of people. Like if she saw that her children had done all their chores, she used to get them onto the sewing and stuff like that then. So there was always something to do, keep your hands busy. And I probably learnt from that, I suppose, but I didn't, only from what she would have told me. Or my mother would have told me about how they had to be doing stuff all the time, or they'd hide so they wouldn't have to be. I suppose. I don't know. I've only got a couple of cousins, so I don't know if they still watch me, so... Well, I used to have heaps of them, but as time goes by, you know... And, but anyway, my nana was a lovely lady, so she was just keeping them occupied, and, you know, they could cook and sew and do all them things they needed to do. And say that for my girls, they weren't real keen on them things. Different people are different. We all are. We just like different stuff. Girls were supposedly a little bit interested in a bit of this, but not so much. I mean, I taught them bits and pieces, but it wasn't something they were really into. They've still got things that they do, but I don't want, I don't know how people can say they've got nothing to do. The oldest one drives hire cars and the other one is a school teacher, and she's just got a truck licence as well, so they're busy little people. Well, I suppose they want to do. I'm going to leave that there and put a little back stitch in that, because that's the end of there. You don't want to go past there because we have to cut that bit off in a minute for it to go on the, well, in a while. Now I'll keep on going up here with the green one. As you can see, I changed there that colour, and that doesn't matter. I like it. I'm thinking I really love this. I'll be making these in my sleep. I really enjoy this sort of thing. I do. You know that, don't you? It's very, very creative and artistic as far as I'm concerned. I've got to do me pages that I'm doing in the book with Roseanne. Like, she's in a book and I'm having to go to. And I've got to work on me. I'm working on me crazy patchwork. I'm working on the little embellishments for the slow stitching. I'm putting this together. This is a really good way to recycle anything. I think I seen a thing one time with a lady, she made aprons out of these old things, or doilies, serviettes, whatever, it's tray cloths or whatever. She made aprons out of them because she had kept them in bigger pieces. They were really nice too. They look really good. You can make anything out of them. One lady had curtains made out of them. Yeah, they looked good too. I just liked those curtains, I did. Yep, they were really nice. You could make yourself a cover for your bed if you had enough. Couldn't you? I'm just going to end there, and if it's because I've got too much to stitch down still, and I want to get it stitched down so I've got it all caught before I do anything else with it, eh? All right, I'll do that first. And we'll put that off there. I'm in the process of rolling up some threads for someone, so don't stress about that. I'll get them up on here and show you what I've got in a minute, like when I get there, to have it done. Because I did, I don't think I rolled that many, but I got a sore arm. Oh dear, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Now, well, see, I do like that, but I think it needs something besides just the stitching. I mean, I'm happy to leave it like that, but no, I'm not. I told Porky there for a minute, didn't I? That one there can have some. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put the rick-rack on them, okay? Like this. Only might have to have a different colour or two. And here we have that. I bought these a really long time ago. They're a bit stiff, and I have had it for years. Well, some of it. A lot of it I bought at this year. I bought in a bulk lot. I got a lot of that. Some of them I got at garage sales. This one was actually a ball of wool or something, and it all pulled apart, and you got all these bits off it. So that was interesting. I've actually got some wider than that. I've got a piece wider than that bit. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Let's see what colour I'd like on that. Blue? No, we could have a bit of blue. Maybe we could have a bit of blue, a bit of yellow. Oh, look, there's a velvet bit. There's a velvet bit in there. A bit of pink. When I was doing that bag, I was using a lot of this. That's an orange one. That's a real orange one, that one. I'm just thinking. I'm just putting it all there so I can just look through it and see what I'll go with. That was a bit manky. I don't want to use those. Some of these things I probably could throw away, but what if it's still all good? Look at all this. What am I going to do with that? Well, I better use some, eh? There's a bit there, that one. Different colour. I think it's a different colour. So, I don't think I have... Oh, yes, I have this green. That's a green bit. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, I run out of my puffing thing I'm supposed to be using to stop me from coughing, and I have to get up some more tomorrow. Right, now, move it over there. I'll just test drive a few bits. Right, now let me see. Do I want to cover that bit or not? I think I'm just going to go from there down. I'm going to do some better stitches than that in there, or some with them, make it look a bit better, I hope. Pink or blue? Maybe go with a nice blue, the light blue. Light blue. Don't know why, I just feel that colour is the right one to put there. Maybe not. It's just too subdued. It's gone a bit right into the thing a bit much. How about a pink? How about a pink one? That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I do like that, yes. And I can put the green stitches over the top of it, I think. Now, so that's not sewed down up there yet, so I can sneak this up under here. I'm getting under there. Come on. Ah dear, we've got too many fingers, and right, now I've got hold of that. Oops. Oh, sugar. I've got to draw. I'm going to put that, I'm going to pin that there for a minute. And I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to take it underneath this one. Right, under there. Okay. Okay, so I think I'll use that green thread. I don't know, I might have to see if we've got something else in here. I think I need a bit. That's a bright one. That's bright green, isn't it? It mightn't be too bad. Let's have a look, see if we've got something different. I don't know what I'm after. It'll all occur to me when I see it. It will. It'll occur to me when I see it. I think that's it there. I think that's the colour I need, don't you? Stay back in there, you. Okay, let's have a go at that bit, see what it looks like. Not too much string, Sonya, or thread, I mean. Not too much, because then you get it all cobbly up. You're going to, you don't want too much of it. What's it going to look like over that? Good. There, you reckon? I think so. What about a purple colour over it? Maybe you can put purple over the next one or something you can do. I forgot to go back on cross over that one, didn't I? This is a really good needle I got here, but I'm not going to be able to thread that with that. That one's not too smart. It's too... I need something sharp. Going for a few thicknesses. Come on. I think I did this part here on camera, didn't I, where I put those beads on that. I think I did that on there. I haven't put up the last video yet that I've made. I did 3. I haven't put up the third one yet. This will be the 4th one. I'm putting it up today, the 3rd one. As far as I know, either that or something else. Just depends what I do today. Right, now that's fastened down, so I can move that. Okie dokie. Now, I'm going to start here because I want to catch that pink bit under there. There's a lot to go through. Up there. And down over here. You see what I'm doing? Things caught on the stray bits of cotton. Get off me. Oh dear, dear. Make sure that you're holding everything good and it's all going straight as you're going. If you want to just put a few stitches in, tack it down first, by just, you can, or you can put the pins in like I did, or you can just control it, just be in control, and that's good too, isn't it? Be in control of it. It's a little bit tough going through all these thicknesses, but it's okay. It's okay. I might not even do the cross bit. Well, then I could do, I don't know. Let's see what it looks like when we get down here first. See what we think. I might have to put a bit of lace over a few more patches to patch it a bit. Some of these things on here I've just noticed are it's a little bit old, that cotton. I hope it doesn't come undone. That won't be a good look, will it? Be a good look if it falls apart. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be making it more vintagey or something. More intriguing. Come on. Hope everybody's enjoying doing their stitching. Or whatever you do. If you like to do some beadwork, that's good too, isn't it? Do beadwork. That should be right going across there, I hope. Okay, now will I go back and stitch it up the other way or not? Because if I do, it'll make it a little bit darker, and I don't think I want to do that, so I'm going to just leave it there, right? I'm going to leave it like it is. Because of the colour, I don't want it to be too dark, but I want it to leave the green there. Oops. Come on. I'm thinking about all the things I'm going to make for me other journal, but I can't do it until I make myself finish something first. I have to finish something first, I do. I feel bad if I don't finish something else first. Okay, so that looks nice, doesn't it? I like that. Now this one here's not meeting. Oh, crikey. That one there's not meeting at all. I was worried about that needle not being sharp enough. Yeah, so I've got to just put these three down with this bit here. But I'm going to have some lace in there, I think. Now I know that one's going in there. I'll just leave that sitting there for a minute. So I've got fluff. He's got fluff, and there's fluff all over this thing. Worst ever. Fluff removing bit. See, there it is. It works. It picks up the fluff. Here we go. Get the fluff off. Now, I want to stitch that one on there, but I do want to do a different colour thread. got some greens here. What have I done with the ones I was going to use? They're probably here somewhere looking at me. Or did I put it back in the box? I might have put them back in the box. I've got the green one there. I think I'll use... I might have a bit of purple. A bit of purple, sorry. A bit of purple or this. That's a bit bright, isn't it? It was nice. It's a nice one. You can come down to a light colour. Also we've got a bit of blue. Anything blue that's not here, that one's not bad. Let's have a try those. I had them out before. I had to pack them up this morning because I was trying to tidy up my table. So put my cottons away a bit. Okay. I think I might go with that. I think that'll look good. I might have to get some more of this off my reel. I hope I got some more on the reel somewhere. I have a few lots about these cottons, but there's some in there. Might be a bit too thick, is it? No, maybe not. Oh, that's nice. It's a really nice one. It is a bit thick, but it doesn't matter. It'll work for this. But I'm not using that now, so what am I doing leaving it there? I don't know. It's been naughty, isn't it? I'll come in that sharp needle here again. Okay, so we've got a few minutes left to go before I want to turn it off. I just want you like to do a little bit of slow stitching with me. We see it's calming for the nerve. You know, it should not be stressful at all. Threading the needle is my biggest issue sometimes, and other times it's real easy. You know, it just depends how you're going. So I'm going to come down here, I think. I'll say down here. I keep stabbing myself. It wouldn't be so bad, only I felt the pain thing's not good for me. Now I'm going to do these in nice little stitches. And anywhere that I think that I've done over, you know, big protruding stitches or whatever, I'll fix them. I'll go back and I'll redo it because, although you don't really have to. I mean, you're supposed to enjoy it, not worry about it. Not worry about what it looks like. It's got to be fun. It's got to be stressless. I hope we're still in the shot here. These are long, aren't they, these quilting pins? Make sure as you go you keep it straighten it out, because then if you need to pull a bit undone like I did up there, you only have to take out a few stitches. You don't have to take out too much. Okay. Now that I do like. Well, see, that's just the beginning of it though, because I'm going to put some more pieces on there, I think. But I'm going to do that later because I want to just show you it fastened down a bit better. So maybe I'll be nearly... Well, this finished thing is something I've got to start looking into, finishing thing. Don't I? I have to start looking into that. Now, I have this here too that I need to put something on. So maybe I could go along here with the purple. Or did I want to put a bit... I might put a bit of rickrack on that. I do, because that's too bright, I think. It's supposed to be. Nature is bright and shiny, isn't it? Nature has beautiful, beautiful bright things in it. Not very many muted colours in nature. If I put that on there, is it going to fit though? Yep. Where's the end bit? I wasn't going to want to block off all the lines, like all the edges, but this I can, because I want to then leave that, you know, and that's got lace, and I'll leave that there because I do like how it's just... Will I put this across here? Yep, it will work. Now, I want to make sure that it's all tucked in there nicely while we do it, okay? A minute. I'll be able to start up here. It's a bit wrinkly. You want to get yours, if you've got a wrinkly one, just iron him. Give him a bit of an iron, he'll be right. I'll have to come up through the centre of it there. Rightio. Now, I could just do a stitch on there. I suppose you don't have to follow it all with the same stitch, do I? I can just stitch it on like this. Make sure you've got all your bits down though. All the pieces so you don't have nothing creeping out later. And we just do a stitch across here. A little bit different. What we got there? A bit of fray bit. Now I only got a little while to go on that timing thing, so I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to scare that little fish. He won't be very happy at all. I'm going to switch this off. There we go. Now the pup getting upset. There we don't like the noise. I don't know if he's watching it. I think his mum was travelling somewhere. Ow. Sorry about that. Cut these frilly bits off. I was going to buy myself a sewing machine. Santa Claus is going to get me another sewing machine. But I reckon if I haven't been using the one I got, what's the point in buying a new one? I know I wanted it because it's only a button to press. You didn't have to use your feet. You just press the button on and off to make it go, see? Make it start and stop. And I thought that was a good idea because my legs don't like to be doing them sort of things, and I thought, oh, well, I could have one of those. I'm not using it. I'm supposed to be doing things with my machine, but I've been trying to get things finished and starting new things, so I'm not really getting anywhere fast, and I just don't think I should buy one unless I'm going to be using it. I would if I had it. I'm sure I would. I'm sure I'd use it if I had it, but I've got one and I don't seem to be able to get around to getting to use it. Come here. Righto. I'm just going I've got a little bit more to go that I want to do before I turn this off. I shouldn't go too far because I don't want it to turn into 2 videos, and it does that if you go too far. Well, and it turns into another video, and that's not a very helpful thing, is it? Really? Not helpful at all. Now that's coming through there. I can see that jumping up there and it's trying to escape that piece of thread. I don't want it to get out. And I will have this piece of work in my hands or whatever until for a fair while before it'll go anywhere to somebody's home. And so if anything comes off or falls apart, I'll have that under control, I hope, and that won't be an issue. I won't have to worry if it's still all together. That's a good thing, which I hope it will be. Anyhow, we're going to have to go now because I'm running out of time here. So I hope you enjoyed that bit. You might like to put yours together something the same, or, just enjoy building your cover or your bed cover, whatever you want to make. So there's the front. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And there's the back, and that still looks pretty cool, doesn't it? That bit's got to be moved back over there. I like it. I do like that. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.